So on the chart right here for Cardano, or ADA is currently at the 42 cents or the 0.4215, currently ranked at number 10 with a market cap of about 15.44 billion. So today we're going to be looking at the price action, the technical analysis and price prediction. So without further ado, let us move to the chart. On the chart right here for Cardano versus the USD dollars on the daily time frame, Coinbase is the source, right? So one of the things we've seen right here for Cardano basically is that prices move from level to level, level to level, right? And we said that our primary thesis is that the price of Cardano would just continue to consolidate in between these 47 cents, that's around 37 cents, before we see any sort of push to the upside going into 2026, right? And a lot of people are saying, why is that? Why are you expecting some sort of a consolidation in December before seeing some sort of a push to the upside in 2026? And I'm going to explain why. I'm going to give you three reasons, right? And so the first reason why we are expecting a push to the upside in 2026 is that the Fed in the US has just ended QT, right? So as you can see, the Fed ended QT effective December 1st, right? So now we are seeing QT basically means they are drawing liquidity or money out of the system, right? So the US have been drawing liquidity out of the market, and usually that is not suitable for markets, right? So usually what we want is that there is more money in the market, and that probably is what is going to happen because we have another good news. So big change coming to the Fed and interest rate next year, right? So basically Trump wanted to pour more money into the economy, but the Fed are backing down, and so Trump gets to nominate a replacement for the current Fed chair, which is Jerome Powell. And this guy right here has been picked to be the front runner, and as you can see, Kevin Hassett is the next Fed chair and is likely, or with a very high likelihood, to push for lower interest rates. Now, that would be bullish for market. As you can see, this is an infographic to show you how lower rates or interest rates can cause a crypto rally. So usually when we see the rate being cut or the lowering of the interest rate, we can see cheaper money and liquidity, the weaker dollar, and then the risk appetite, right? So we have a confident investor who is risk on mode and which will pour most of those money into Bitcoin and altcoins. We also have the dollar weakening, asset repricing boost, just all of those monies coming right back into crypto. And then just then could we see a huge push to the upside in the crypto market, right? So usually rate cut is not automatic to crypto rally, but many times we have seen them correlate together. And that is why we're seeing right here that December could just be the middling month where we just consolidate, and 2026 we're off to the races. Now back to the macro chart. We love to take note of the macro chart because we said that the macro chart is very, very important right here for any analysis. And the first macro chart we love to look at is the USDT dominance. We said the USDT dominance is very important because usually when we see the dominance begins to push to the upside, it basically means usually cryptocurrencies are pushing to the downside. That means a lot of people are flocking into cryptocurrencies. As you can see, in 2021, the moment we saw that upward push for the dominance, the USDT dominance, that was the top for the crypto market. And so currently, even in the past few days, we have been seeing a push to the upside right here for the dominant. We're seeing we expect a pullback, and we were expecting for the price of the dominant to come right back to the bottom, and that is exactly what is happening, right? So this is very, very good. We have seen that the dominant has rejected exactly at the 6.5% levels, and so we should expect even further more downside for the dominant chart. Next chart we have been explaining to every single person right here on the channel is this chart which we call the Bitcoin dominant. We said this chart was very important because in every altcoin season we usually see right here, or in every bull run we usually see that the dominance always falls before the top is in. The dominance falls before the top is in. This was the 2017 top. Until we saw the dominance fell, the top was not in. Until we saw the dominance fell, the top was not in. Currently, we said the Bitcoin dominance is too high. It's still at the 57 levels, right? Every single time we see the dominance push those lows, 39. Same thing in 2021, 39. And so we are expecting the Bitcoin dominance to fall. And we said usually when the dominance falls, that is usually when it is altcoin season. And so that is very, very bullish for markets. And so that is why we're saying there's a very high likelihood 2026 would be very bullish. And so every single uh, sort of bear trap you're thinking in your mind might be what is just occurring, because as you can see before the fall, we always see some sort of few months of bear trap, right? This is the monthly time frame, by the way. As you can see, 4 months of bear trap. That is exactly what is happening right here at the moment. 4 months of bear trap before we see a huge push to the downside, collapsing the Bitcoin dominance, and that would be the beginning of our altcoin season. And that is one of the reasons why we're very, very bullish going into 2026. Next on our chart is the total crypto market cap. We said the total crypto market cap is very important because this tracks how monies come into the crypto market in general. Now, the crypto market is so important because that was what was able to help us get the bottom exactly right here. We got the bottom on the channel, started buying into Bitcoin December of 2022, and we have rode this wave to the upside. Now, why is this chart important? Because we said we're expecting liquidity to pour back into the crypto market, and that the crypto market in total could go as high as a 5.62 trillion market cap. But currently, we still currently remain at about 2.99 trillion, and so we're expecting that 2026 will still be bullish, and then we would push towards that 5.6 $2 trillion, right? Overall market cap for the crypto market, which means your altcoins are bullish, and we would still see even more fresh amount of monies coming to altcoins, as that could be another catalyst to push prices to the upside. The last chart we have been looking at right here is the total crypto market cap excluding Bitcoin, or basically the altcoin market cap. Like we love to see on the channel, show me where the money is going, and I'm going to show you what is going to happen next, right? And we have been tracking this because we said that we were at support. So that the last time when we saw this push, we said currently prices are at support. Even though a lot of people are bearish on altcoins, we are very bullish because altcoins, the altcoin market cap is at a support. We said in this cycle, we are expecting for the altcoin market cap to go as high as the 2.46 trillion. Currently, we're still at 1.28 trillion. We still have a long, long way to go. And so we're expecting that a lot more rotations would happen from Bitcoin into the altcoin market and would take us probably through this 2.46 trillion and even above. But currently, we're at the support. As you can see, we're holding that support like a boss, expecting that bounce to happen right there for the altcoin market cap. Now, this is some of the reasons why we're bullish. As you can see, altcoin market cap at the support, expect some sort of bounce, probably some sort of consolidation in December, and then we see a massive bounce going into January. But we continue to remain bullish, expecting higher price targets for every single altcoin. Thank you for watching and have a blessed week ahead.